Alright, so we're going to talk about insta warping, fast warping, insta locking, and high sec war target station wars type things. So, alright, what I got here is a listing of all the T1 frigs, and I have them sorted by number of low slots and number and their warp speed. I calculate the warp speed with this formula, so it's going to be inertia. Here's the inertia modifier right there. Let me bolden it for you. And it's just an inertia modifier times a constant, 1.4 times S3 is the mass of the ship divided by a million. So now this is the warp speed with no skills, and as you can tell, the Incursus leads with the 4 slots, and the Atron leads with the ships of 3 slots. So, all right, we can actually verify it here. Let's see. Okay, this is with the inertia stabilizers. So, if I got rid of these stabilizers, let's see if I can get rid of these stabilizers. You can see 4.1 for the Atron. Here, what's it say? 4.1 without skills. So then we go and we add the skills on, and we're down to 2.8. We throw on the inertia stabilizers, 1.6. And you can see it's the same thing with this. It calculates out correctly. We've got 4.5 seconds to warp out. Now, obviously, that time's going to be a little bit larger if you're moving in the wrong direction. This is from a stop. So there's 4.5 on the Incursus. And then once we add in these inertia stabilizers, interesting enough, 2.5 seconds. Actually, now let's do with skills. 1.7 seconds. It's a close tie with the Atron, both the Galente frigates. So, alright. These are Sino ships, mostly intended for moving through low sec. We do have a micro warp drive fitted, but not on. And this is going to help it go through bubbles. A couple extra medium slots for your choice of whatever you want. The primary purposes are being filled with these modules here. So 1.6 seconds. Basically, once you see the ship come on your overview, you're going to want to click it as quick as you can. You might expect maybe a third of a second. If you're fast, a quarter of a second delay time. So you need to be under 1.6, ideally probably under 1.3 or 4 to be able to catch this thing. So, and that's warping from stop, from a gate stopped going to another gate. Now, if you're insta undocking, it's a little different story. Let's look at this Corax, a popular choice. We've got DPS and sensor boosters and a scram, of course. He's going to be sitting on the station undock, waiting for that war target to come out in their frig. And here's basically what he's going to do. You can see he can lock 3.3 seconds. All we do is right click and we put it on the Atron. So it's just calculating from this Atron fit. 3.3 seconds. Once we throw on some SIBOs with the scanRes script, it's now down to 2.1, 1.4, just barely enough to catch it from a stop, and 1 second. Now, if you throw on a, let's go to the signal amplifiers and just throw on one more. Okay, you can see it doesn't really change anything. It's still 1 second. Due to the bonuses is smaller for the scanRes on this thing, and it's a fourth that's stacking penalties. So, really, your choice really on what you want to fit in there. But the scram means you're going to have to be within 9K of whatever ship's coming down. And your alpha damage is going to be 879. That's going to burn through the shields and part of the armor if you're going in through the EM, because the armor is going to be about 900 with that 50% resist. So a couple of volleys, you should be able to get through most frigates. So, and you can tell with the module information, you can see the 7 seconds per volley. So you have a couple of these things, you should be able to hit something pretty quick. Now, can you actually, in 1 second lock time, can you catch something before it gets into warp on an insta warp? That's the key question. I've seen it happen, so it's happened to me. So I can tell you it is possible, especially if you've got someone bumping a frigate. That small little delay is sometimes just enough to get that lock. So yeah, fast lock times for sure. And this is what we call insta locking. It's not really instant, but it's pretty close to instant. I have other videos that talk about how to do insta undocks, how to create those bookmarks and how to execute it, but even still with an insta undock, you're not immune. You can be taken out with war targets, so just keep that in mind, what you choose to take out and what you choose to put in it. One more thing I did want to mention is if you are moving stuff through, just keep in mind you have the magnate here, warp out time of 5.7 seconds. It can carry 400 cubic meters, which is quite useful. It's 3 times what most of these others can carry, but it's over a second slower in the warp time, unskilled. And then of course your other equivalent, actually it's not even in the let's see, where's the 3 slots? It goes all the way down to here. So then I guess your other 2 choices would be down in here, the probe and the Imicus. Again, 5.6, 5.8 seconds, just not the ideal ship to be moving around through low sec. So they are slightly viable, but still. Anyhow, just keep that in mind. The most important thing is you don't get locked, you don't get scrammed, you can get out of there. And if you're in a bubble, you're traveling through null sec, you've got that MWD on, kick it on for 3,700 meters a second. That's pretty decent, or 3,000 meters a second on this one. So get out of that bubble, maybe burn back to the gate, and jump out before everyone locks you up. So I hope you learned a lot about this is all updated on the stats of the June 2013 update. So these stats are quite updated as far as when I'm actually broadcasting this and publishing it. So I hope this really helps in figuring out how can you insta-lock the ships, lock them fast enough, and how can you figure out if it's fast enough, how can you figure out if you're not fast enough, and how to get out there faster. So yeah, I'm going to leave you with that. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.